But I don't think this is going to be a one-to-one copy because I'm not sure I'm in love with it. Like I like the letters, but when it scans down like that, it's really, really hard to read. I almost want to like. I did have a version of it that was. I did have a version of it that was sort of lackadaisical, like over here. Come down here. Sort of a lazy tentacle, and then I had sort of the L. I had the Lurk sort of above it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of just feeling it out. I don't know if anyone has any ideas. But yeah, I could do the thing where I come in here. Whoop. Come in like this. Come in like this. Whoop. Okay. So like stamp that. And then do that. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm not using the text tool, it's just because, oh my god, did I smear that? Oh, I didn't want to smear that. Hold on. Stamp. There we go. Come in here, delete that. There. I didn't see the letters till you mentioned. Which letters? Ah, yeah, the letters on the emote. Yeah, no, that's it. That's kind of tough. Problem is you've got to make these things scan so bloody small. The really annoying thing is when I first did these, I did different resolution versions, and when I did the different resolution versions, I did the classic pixel art thing of, you know, drawing them at the different resolutions, and then Twitch rejected them because they were like, it can't be different at different resolutions. And I was like, yeah, but that's what good pixel art looks like. You know, you draw it for the resolution that you're working to. But yeah, it just didn't work. It's like I almost need, you know what I need? I almost need like a shorthand for the word lurk. Yeah, no, it is partly that. I love green and purple though. Green and purple are such a nice color set. They're just so lovely. So I think if I do that, do that. Because it's also got to scan square, which is the other problem. So at the moment I think I'm not making it square, I'm making it you have to go into it and change it. Yeah, you have to tweak the shape of the curve, and then you can stamp it multiple times, and it's all good. It's all good. I really like the curve tool. It's super versatile. So from a topography standpoint, I think I need to just bring that down. I'm tempted to just really exaggerate. I'm tempted to do that. And bring it in like that. Oh yeah, I forgot, these don't really have rotation, do they? No, they're just points in space. Sorry, what did it do with the smear tool to get the arrows? It's not the smear tool. It's the it's a stamp tool. So I do L1 triangle to switch from smear to stamp, and then I do L1 square to go into the brush adjustment on the curve tool. That's what gets me all these bits and bobs. The curve shape, rather, I should say, not the curve tool. It's not a tool, it's a shape. So stamp that in place. And I don't like where this is going. I'm going to just explore it though, because I might like where it comes out. Oh, stupid. I always forget that you cannot adjust a curve once stamped. It's always a thing that gets me. Okay, so now if I move this there, and I come in, I do it like that, and I do like that. I don't think this needs to, I don't think the tips need to touch, but if they sort of move in like that, oh, I don't want them to blend into each other. You know what, actually just turn off the blend amount and we should be good. I don't know, is that readable as an R? I feel like that's readable as an R. I feel like this tentacle here is a bit too straight, and that's a really thick L. Oh, damn it, Claire. There we go. And then, you know, we can kind of, if we're a little bit lazy, what we can do is, I don't think that's a good way to do it actually though. But while I'm on it, I think these yeah, I think there's a better U to be discovered there. I don't know. Lurk. I'm in two minds. I'm in two minds if this is going to scan at small resolution. So I can touch up the tentacles. I can touch up. I can come in and I can work on them. But I think this horizontal design is at least promising. Okay, so if I come in here and I position that there and I come in here. Whoa. Oh, no. No one likes it. No one likes a pointy tentacle. Got to have a bit of girth at the tip. Is there a less suggestive word? A bit of width at the tip? A bit of... It's got to be roundish at the end. That's basically what I'm saying. Otherwise it doesn't look right. It's got to be... There we go. Ship up. And so this tentacle would break the rule that the others have generally followed. Yeah, but it's the correct word for a cylinder. Like a curve. Sometimes words just get wrecked. Radius. Yeah, radius is correct. Yeah, radius is correct. I think radius implies uniformity though, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay, this curve's just, the L's gonna get remade. The L's gonna get remade. I like a good girthy L, but that... Okay, I'm gonna stop using the word girth. I'm forbidding myself from saying that word anymore on the stream tonight. I feel like the thick end has to be where the letter starts, and the thinner end has to be where the letter ends, because I feel like your eye wants to sort of follow. Width is fine. Yeah, width. Yeah, let's go with width. It's because let me tell you, as much as I love the aesthetic of tentacles, no one wants tentacle porn. Just no one. No one wants that shit, man. Chemical burns. Ah, okay. Moving on, Claire. Stop your brain. Stop your mouth, more like it. There we go. I feel up, bollocks. Okay. Okay, I feel like this can be made to work. This bottom one here has got to go. It's just not. I'm not feeling it. Like I need to remake that one. I need to remake that one. There we go. I'm just trying to get this into a more square arrangement. Increase the width on that end. There we go. And oh no, I think it needs more. I think if we bring this across like this, what I think I'm going to do in the final thing is I'm going to chop off that corner. The question is, does that scan? I think it will. Once we go in here, once we go into spray paint, we grab that. We grab a nice dark purple. Right. That's all good. Then let us grab... What? Let's go with the sphere. And we want a bit of soft blend on it. Not too much. And we want a little bit of... If you ever find yourself like finding your shading's got issues, the best tip I ever got was don't be afraid to shift the hue and like know the difference between like cooler shade and a warmer shade. I'm still not totally on it. As I say, I'm not an artist, I'm a programmer, but I have fun doing this. I have a lot of fun doing this. Because that's the thing, right? Everyone can be creative. There's no license. The police aren't going to come and demand like, what are you doing? Why are you making things? I think too often like we get hung up on like whether we're allowed to do a thing, and it's like, no, just do it. Just use mimicky fucking corporate language and do it. No. But no, in all seriousness, like if because the only way you get good at a thing is practice. And there's no shame in doing a thing that you enjoy, even if you're bad at it, because sucking at it is the first step to not sucking at it. As the classic saying goes. And there's no, like, I get as much joy from seeing, like, a webcomic drawn by someone that is, you know, rough, but has like good humor or has like a thing that's in it, like whenever people tell you like, oh, there's too many games, there's too many books, there's too many movies, there's too many anything, they don't really mean it. What they usually mean is they can't find the thing they want to find, the thing that speaks to them. And the solution to that usually is to make more stuff. And from another dimension! Yeah, no, that's exactly. Pren, who's just hosted me, by the way, ladies and germs, she is a lovely art streamer who does these joyful playthroughs of Stardew and Battle Chef, and she draws art and stuff. She's very, very cool. I love Pren. Love just chilling in Pren streams. That's the other thing I always say to people when they're watching Twitch and stuff. It's like, it is totally chill to lurk. Lurking is the lifeblood of Twitch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it when there's something going on in chat, because it's always nice to just have a bit of a natter. But one of the reasons I do this is just to have a bit of a natter and just to hang out. Like, honestly, the thing that I get the enjoyment from is just sort of sitting here and having fun, and particularly if I can help someone, that always is nice. And if I can tell someone a funny story, or I can just, you know, chill, that's nice. It helps me. It helps me too. 'Cause I just like spending time and being social. And, you know, social time online I consider, you know, as valuable as social time in real life. It's different. I always encourage you to see people in real life. Meet space is still important. Yes, the Gungeon streams. Oh man, I love Gungeon. I love it so much. At some point I'll go back and I'll finish and unlock all the bits, but I'm really bad at finishing games. It's one of the reasons I stream, actually, is because it gives me that motivation to play games and finish, because otherwise I'm like, oh, there's this coding project I should be working on, or there's this other thing I should be working on, or there's a house chore that I should be doing. And 9 times out of 10, you know, the time I spend going, oh my god, I should be doing this. Wait for me, senpai. Oh god, that was, I think, the last stream we did for beta, and it was a long stream. It was, I don't know if it was 12 hours, but it was definitely up there. It was a while. And you know, things got a bit delirious, and we were just having that whole creation started. Speaking about a creation letting you take you somewhere, we saw a manga eye. I think it was an anime eye or a manga eye, and then we put this, and that puppet, you can't even see it, but this puppet has lovely, gorgeous eyes on it. And then we got this ice cream and we melted it, and we just went down this whole, like, I love that trope from anime of like the toast in the mouth. Yeah, anime is how it all started. It was totally unintentional. It was totally innocent, and these were darker, weren't they? Yeah, they were darker. Yeah, I do feel like this needs more. This needs more than just these tentacles. I feel like just these tentacles is a bit sparse. Vertex voicing his protest, but we'll get there. Lurk. Yeah, no. Gungeon is hardcore. I have so much fun with it, but it's a tough game. It's a tough game. I think Surface Snap is going to help us here. Surface Snap. Okay, I think I've turned up the blend a bit too much. Like, you want it to blend in a little bit, but you don't want to lose the definition of your. What are these things called? Pseudopods? I feel like pseudopod's the word I'm looking for. Paltry ability to focus. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I like streaming games is because I can just kind of focus on them, because my default is to watch Twitch or to watch Netflix, or just to watch something on the second monitor while I play games. And then I find that I'm not actually giving the game the attention it deserves, and I'm often getting into that regret loop I spoke about earlier, which I've gotten better at breaking myself out of. Being kind to myself and saying, you know what, you're allowed to play a game, you're allowed to take a break. Because it's fun is important. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's much better. Just adjust the camera angle and everything gets better. Oh, that. There we go. Go down a bit. Thermo-wise, would it be cheaper to make one of those and reuse it over and over? So it depends on what you're trying to save on thermometer-wise, right? This is a more intensive sculpt, and it's going to use up more of my sculpt data. But if I was, first of all, it would be very hard to clone these. But the classic example, I think, of this situation is the bricks, where people build stuff out of bricks and they clone the brick constantly. And cloning the brick is cheap, but it'll kill your thing count. So if you're building a brick with a wall with 5,000 bricks in it, and you use 5,000 individual bricks, you're going to run out of thing count before you run out of sculpt data. So then it's better to make a patch of bricks and then sort of clone the patch and maybe have a few variants and like flip the patch around. So yeah, that's one of those. I don't know how you could play that and talk coherently. Different parts of the brain. I used to do a lot of theatre and stand-up and that kind of such, so I can sort of put the talking part of my brain on automatic, and that's totally why sometimes I say things that are totally inappropriate, but I can blame it on an automatic mouth, you know? It's not totally automatic. I do obviously have some discernment, because if I didn't, then I would be getting myself into trouble a lot more frequently. It's the honest truth. God, Claire, I almost said something really dumb. Oh, you see, the brain kicked in and saved me from myself. The brain kicked in and saved me from myself. Sorry, I have made a puppet with a jump animation, but the animation only plays when I jump standing still. When I run, the jump animation doesn't play. Can I fix that? Have you done the character creation tutorial? I actually honestly don't know what's in the character creation tutorial because I haven't done it yet. I plan to. But, you know, as I say, because I'm on the server team, I don't see the game much. And the tutorial team is on the whole other side of the office. So I miss a lot of what they've been doing recently. But my first tip would be to do the character tutorial if you haven't done that. That will probably go over adding character animations. But yeah, like the good evening. How are you doing? Yes, and it's the default puppet. Yeah, no. It's I think one of the things that'll probably be the puppets like walk data animation stuff overriding the beep. Probably be the puppets like walk animation stuff overriding the keyframe stuff. There is a setting for it. It's been a very long time since I looked at characters. It's been months actually since I looked at characters. Since that Weeby animation we made. And even that one didn't. Though I have a character I want to make that's on the black burner, and I want to try some experiments with it. Don't know if we might get to it tonight and start playing around with it tonight. We got one more emote after this that I want to try remake, which is my cool tentacle. But yeah, I just thought of this on the train, to be honest. But yeah, there is a character I want to make, and what I actually want to do is make this this character's going to run a little bar, and I don't know if any of you use TikTok. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Is that sorry, my bot is misbehaving sometimes. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. These emotes will be up and replacing the old ones. It'll be basically the same emotes, but I just need to take them into Photoshop and do some cleanup. But much appreciated. Sorry about the alert not firing. I need to spend time fixing the bot, or I just need to bite the bullet and switch to Streamlabs. But it's my own bot, and it's catered for my needs, and it's my own code, so I feel like the text alert fires, but the animation and the music doesn't fire anymore, which is such a shame. Such a shame. Did you break a wire? Oh god, yeah. The classic thing of I just moved one wire and then it all broke. But yeah, so the idea is I don't know if any of you are on TikTok, but there is a meme on... Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for me resub with the Prime 2 months. Thanks, Imjin. Pronunciation. Much appreciate. As I say, I do this as a lark because I really enjoy streaming. I do. Really enjoyed TwitchCon. Matt is fine too, if you remember. Matt. Oh yes, you were the other. Yes, no, there we go. My brain has now reinserted you were the other Matt. Yeah, because you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I do remember now. I do remember now. But yeah, like I was at TwitchCon, and I was getting. To be honest, I went mostly as a game developer to talk about stuff and think about stuff and talk to streamers about stuff and figure out what they wanted and stuff. But it was so lovely to meet so many people who are so passionate about Twitch and like just want to do more stuff with Twitch. But it also just made me realize that even though I've been on this platform since the Justin TV days, and even though I have spent so many hours streaming, I have no desire to turn this into like a permanent thing, but it is so much fun. Like, I think that's what I encourage people with sort of game development is like, you don't have to be a game dev to make games. It can be a hobby. It is a totally acceptable hobby. And there's nothing to say that a hobbyist project isn't as good as a commercial project. In fact, hobbyist projects are often free of a lot of the pressures of the commercial project. Like, I'm able to do stuff with my stream because it's not my income. And yeah, I do remember I was just thinking you were the other Matthias. Yeah, that's what my brain was saying. I just didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't know if you wanted to have your name said out loud. Say my name. God damn it, Claire. Insert mouth brain words. There we go. No. There's multiple Matthiases. It's alliterative. Oh no, thank you. As I say, like, there are so many people who make this. My thing, if you want to know what I work on and what I'm super passionate about with Dreams, is I work on the recommender. So I do a lot of logic behind. I do all the logic behind what you see in recommended. Still early days on that. And then the other thing that's my baby is tags, and the fact that tags are this whole localized system. So if you ever see a flag next to a tag, you know that all the people who you see that will see it in their language. They can search for it in their language, which, you know, really passionate about making the server not default to English, which I think is the default for so many people, especially because of Silicon Valley in America and sort of the bias towards in technology. Like, most people in the world speak more than one language. You know, that is the norm. But somehow technology has made speaking one language the norm. As in, like, it's not actually the norm, but most tech assumes you only speak one language. And I always find that a bit annoying. You know, especially when you got like autocorrect, trying to autocorrect your sentence, and it's like, this is totally wrong, it's a misspell. It's like, no, I just changed language for a word because that word is a really good word and this other language doesn't have a good word for it. So you mentioned wanting to filter by fresh content. So I'm not going to talk about work details because this is my personal channel, but I will say recommendations is my baby, and I'm working very hard to make it better. But you know, during the beta, it was super dumb because we had no data, and we went for something very simple. And then yeah, there hasn't been much time since the beta, but don't worry, it'll get better. Everything will get better with time. You know, it's kind of funny because it's like you realize the size, right? It's like, I am one person. Because yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. And Dream Surf and Auto Surf is my baby. Well, I mean, Auto Surf is my adopted child, really, because Mark Healy really is the designer and the visionary behind that. It's very much Mark's thing. I'm just the one who sort of made it. But you know, it takes all the people, and like nothing is ever one person, right? Because it's always like, even if you feel like you work by yourself, there's always people around you helping you and doing stuff, and it's all good. It's all good. Oh my god, there's so many goddamn tentacles. I'm wondering if I do this. Okay, can we abuse? Hold on. This is where Claire. This is where lazy programmer Claire comes in. It's a curve, right? So therefore, it should be mostly predictable. No, that sucked. That really sucked. But you know, it gives us a basis to work from, right? Maybe. No, it's this actually shit. It's this shit. This feels shit. Come on. We can get that in. Yeah, I think this is slower because we haven't got realign. Ooh. I just need to realign. And that's the trick there. This is where looseness and a bit of blend just makes my life so much easier. So the pink hat, it really didn't. We probably need to get a new pink cowboy hat for the server team. It's a critical piece of infrastructure for us, the pink cowboy hat. How else do we know when we do a spicy deploy? No, it's important things. Yeah, need to chase down the pink cowboy hat. There we go. Oh my god, there's a whole nother tentacle that side. This is just therapeutic. I can just chat away while we do some tentacling. It's all good, right? Okay. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Screw that. Let's just do it one pseudopod at a time. It is pseudopod, right? No one told me. Oh, TikTok meme. Thank you for correcting my train of thought. So there's a TikTok meme where basically these cosplayers occasionally get together and they have a hashtag that they TikTok around that is meant to be like a shared world or universe thing. And I was watching a lot of these TikToks at the same time as I was watching Total Drama on Netflix. Total Drama is this cartoon show sort of mocked around the Survivor concept. But because it's animated, it's obviously not a reality show. It's like a mockery of a reality show. It's really adorable. And there's this one TikTok hashtag meme in particular that has actually just recently been retired. Like the people running it have retired, and they're now starting a new one called The Veil. But it was centered around this bar, and this one cosplayer who cosplayed this bar in this like demon vampire bar, right? And so there was sort of a common thing. So my thinking is, and this is somewhat inspired by a role-playing setting that I did, but it's also somewhat inspired by a character from Reboot. But I was thinking about this television, this robotic television bartender running this cyberpunk bar. And then what I was thinking to myself is I could do this, I could set this up, and I need to make a really good posable rig that's good to mock up skits with and animations with, so like I can animate it quickly. And I've got some ideas on how to do that using multiple possession recorders. I've got to experiment with it. But then the idea is that it's this sort of interdimensional bar, and I'm going to grab characters from the Dreamiverse, and I'm basically going to bring them into the bar, and I'm going to do skits with them, and I'm going to basically make little bits, but using other people's bits as well, so I can like have them come in and, you know, do the thing, and yeah, just have this sort of shared universe thing. And yeah, it's just going to be just a series I'm going to try and make. But if it's ever going to work, my character rig for the barkeep needs to be really solid and really performable, because an expressive rig is Spreken die Dutch, ik niet verstaan jou. Now let's keep it all in English, just so that is the agreement here, just so that because while lots of people speak lots of different languages, English as a second language is very common, and so English is a nice settling point, because if we speak Afrikaans, not everyone will get it. If we speak Zulu, not everyone will get it. If we speak Chinese or Dutch or German or those donuts are suckers. No, really, I looked it up on Wikipedia. Really? So what's a pseudopod? My brain's got the word pseudopod stuck in it, and I have no idea what a pseudopod. Yeah, we all speak broken English. If you don't, English spoken correctly is broken. That's the natural state of English. How do you know something's correct in English? Because it's correct. There's no rules to English. Anyone who tells you there's rules to English is they're either old or they're trolling you. There's no rules. It's like saying there's rules to making art. Now, I mean, obviously there's a common basis and a common ground for understanding, but if the person you're speaking to understands your intent, you're speaking correctly. You know, I'm all about the descriptive language. Fuck prescriptivism. The French got it all wrong. The whole concept that a central body can tell you what your language is just, ugh. It's like someone trying to own your culture or your identity. It's just not right. Plus I can't protect, I'm an effective modern in other languages. Hey Wraith, welcome! I'm glad you're here, sir. False foot. Is that what a pseudopod is? False foot. Huh. Pseudopod git repo with that description. Yeah, Wow. Wow. Pseudopod. Amoebas have pseudopods. Huh. Right. I learned a new thing today. I've incorrectly used that word many a time. And this is where we have the music, and it's like, today I learned. Sparkly rainbow. I still can't believe Geordie LaForge was like more famous for reading Rainbow. I say Geordie LaForge because I have no idea who the actor's name is, because I'm terrible at actors' names. I always think of them like, oh yeah, you're Harry Potter. It's awful. I know it's awful. Learn to pronounce noun. Biology. Noun. Pseudopod. Yeah. It's less helpful, Matthias, when you drop a bunch of text in like that to chat. LeVar Burton. That's it. Fantastic guy. I need to catch up on Star Trek Discovery, but I've got to admit, modern Star Trek just doesn't win my heart as much as classic Star Trek, proper Gene Roddenberry stuff, you know, proper optimistic future, you know, post-scarcity. None of the crew were allowed to bicker unless there was alien interference or some external factor involved. Yeah. I have such a soft spot in my heart for Star Trek. Yes, I need to spend time with Star Trek though. I know I Star Trek Discovery, I enjoy the show. Like, it's not a bad show. It's just not the Star Trek I grew up with, and it's a different show. I'd enjoy it more if it wasn't called Star Trek Discovery, if it was called Space something, Space Race 5 or whatever. What I've seen of it, it is a good show. It's just I haven't caught up with it, and yeah, as I say, it doesn't feel like my Star Trek. But no, it looks like a good show. Space, the final journey. Those things we call tentacles are technically tentacles, or a cephalopod arm. Yeah, I love that word, cephalopod. I've definitely used the word cephalopod before. I've run a lot of Cthulhu games. I love Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is such a cool role-playing system to play. It's a real blast. It's my favorite con system to run. Though I really like running a good game of Fate, but I haven't run Fate in a while. There we go. That's coming together. I definitely lack. I don't like the lack of variance. I think we need something into here to break it up, because it's just it's a bit of an orgy at the moment. We need to just sort of make it more respectable. Oh, it's a finale. Oh well. I will get round to it when I get round to it. I'm the kind of person who watched Breaking Bad like several years after Breaking Bad ended. To be fair, when it first came out, my mum was battling cancer and she had a really, really dire prognosis. Like, did not look like she would live more than a few months. She pulled through it. She's all good now, all healthy. Fought off remission. She's in, well, they don't ever say remission anymore, do they now? But yeah, no, she's all good. But yeah, it was touch and go for a while. And I think I watched like the first 2 episodes, or the first episode. I can't remember. I didn't get very far. Like, I got to the point where he was in the doctor's office and he was talking through his options. And I was just like, yep, I can't watch this now. And when I finally did get around to watching it, I really did enjoy it. But at the time, I just couldn't watch it. It's like I sat down to play Last of Us, and You'll laugh at this, but I couldn't play it. I got to the sound bit with the clickers or whatever they're called, and the sound freaked me out so much. I just couldn't play it. I just couldn't continue to play the game. I was really enjoying it, really loving it. I was like, nope, nope. Just can't do it. Nope. It was just too intense, and I was just like, well, fuck. I was like, can I play it without the sound? And then I was like, oh, but isn't that the... Yeah. Yeah, it was just, the sound design was so well done and so creepy and so... Whoosh. The Metro games. I've heard such good things about the Metro games. I've just never got around to playing them. I've played one at a time. Any horror game. I've played a few horror games. But yeah, there's just sometimes like a movie or a book or a game will just hit you in a place and you're like, yeah, I'm noping out of here. Yeah. One thing I'm glad to have seen is we haven't seen too many. We've seen some, but not too many jump scares in the Dreamiverse. Because, yeah, like, unless content is correctly tagged as jump scares or correctly, like, labeled in its description or something, like, I feel like that's bad content, you know? Like, if you go in not expecting a jump scare and you get a jump scare, I feel like that's breaking a contract with the user. Like, that's like broken content. Weave Dreams Yet Disappointed. I just haven't honestly been in the mood because I honestly am not watching much trash at the moment. Yeah, it just needs to be, like, you don't need to tell a person what's in it, but you're just like, this is horror. And like, if I'm playing a horror thing, right, and a creepy child runs across the screen, or like I hear footprints patting around, you've kind of set the tone, you set the expectation, right? There's that contract with the user. You know, that's like kind of what the user expects. It's like if I buy a Google Home, you know, it's the whole fucking thing's one big microphone and it connects to the internet, and you know, it's kind of like I know what I'm getting, right? But if I buy like a toaster and it's got a hidden microphone in it, then you're like, yeah, that's not great. That's not what we want. It's like, yeah, no, that's not, you know, it's all about sort of intent and context and disclosing to user. Man, there's a lot of suckers on this. I'm a sucker for suckers. We will get there. We will get there. I think what this needs to tie it up, and we're going to have to zoom out to, actually, let's do that now. You know, that scans quite well at a small resolution. Actually, quite impressed. I like that. I think what we're going to need to suck. When dreams turn to nightmares, yeah. But you know, sometimes a nightmare is good. Like, it's like a roller coaster, right? Like, generally you want VR not to make you sick, right? But I'm like really tolerant to VR sickness. And so sometimes I will intentionally play like dev demos and stuff that my friends have made that's like, turn off all the comfort settings, shove me in the roller coaster, and just, you know, try make me feel ill. And it will, because like, you know, if you go on a roller coaster, you will feel ill. Like if it's a really intense roller coaster. I know, Wraith, I know. I feel my simulation privilege, yo. Another way you could think, because I'm just numb to the pain, because I'm dead inside. No, I'm not actually. I'm very vibrant. Very vibrant. Oh my god, that sounds like the worst fucking flex in the world. It's like, I'm so positive. No. I'm normal levels of positivity and negativity. Like, Okay, that's not actually strictly true. You know, I have been diagnosed with bipolar in the past, and you know, I have had periods of depression and blah blah blah, and been on medication and all that fun jazz. It's more common than you think. It's okay. Talk about mental illness. Hashtag blah blah. Move on. But you know, generally, I'm chill. Positive mental attitude. PMA. Yeah, there we go. PMA sounds terrible though. PMA just does not. It's not a good acronym. That's it's like, yeah, that acronym does not exactly roll off the tongue. Have you ever tried Polybus for VR? I feel like I have. Remind me what Polybus is. Is that oh shit, no, that's Thingy's game from Thingy with the goat. Lovely old arcade programmer, isn't he? Horns. Bull Horns. Oh, I met him a few times and I've had drinks with him a few times. He's lovely. Oh, I feel terrible for not knowing his name off the top of my head. Oh, I feel dreadful now. Minter. Jeff Minter. There we go. Jeff Minter. Yeah, Jeff's lovely. He's an absolute sweetheart. One of the nicest game devs I've ever hung out with. Truly just wholesome. Llamasoft, yeah. Max wholesome. If you've not played Jeff's games, if you like that sort of game, I highly recommend you get them because he makes very good games. And his VR game is just fantastic because it's one of the few games that runs at 120 frames per second. And oh my god, 120 frames, you notice 120 frames. Probes motion sickness, the one that gets me, that's the one that gets me, but in a good way, yeah. You know him back from the Vector days. Oh, nice, yeah, he's an oldie in the industry. Veteran, I suppose the word is. So, I mean, Dreams can run. I don't know what the top end of the frame rate range is, but it's pretty high. Could be 120. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'd have to look. But yeah, Dreams can run really fast. It's just about like what you ask it to do. Feel the pain of game development. Optimize all the things. And you know, it does a lot of things to help you out, like, you know, going down to half resolution and doing a whole bunch of other cool nifty tricks. I really hope that Simon does a GDC talk one day just about the current state of the Dream Renderer, because it's really his baby. Yeah, that would be a good GDC talk. Or a good SIGGRAPH talk to follow up Alex's last SIGGRAPH talk. But yeah, not talk about work. Don't talk about work. This is my personal stream. It's more to remind me. I hope he makes something in Dreams. Oh, that would be fantastic. I don't know what he's up to these days, actually. I should poke him on Twitter and see what he says. I got the guys making creative game creation on Tool into Dreams. At least one guy. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I hope people get Gemma on it. I was so happy to see the Girls Make Games video made because, like, honestly, like, they are asking for volunteers and I just was too busy. I was too busy at the time to help or do anything with that. But I was so happy to see that video. Really, really, really awesome. Yeah, no, just top-notch stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but personally, I hope people take the lessons from Dreams and copy and make stuff, and, you know, because I think there's a lot of effort that's been put into making creation fun and easier, and, you know, I kind of want to say to people, steal it all. Not my place to say that, though. But, you know, just want to make things better. Make things better for everyone. It was so good. I mean, that's Gemma's. Gemma does outreach and she organizes all that stuff. So she deserves the credit and she deserves a shout out for that. But yeah, no, it was so fantastic to see. It was so fantastic to see that all the stuff they actually made and stuff, and just like, because you never know with that kind of thing, right? It's like until the beta happens, like you don't know, like people are gonna actually make good stuff. The first time I saw Disarm stuff, you're just like, what the? Whoa, that's just crazy. Like House of Beavis and just amazing stuff where you're just like, whoa. I think the thing that most actually warms my heart more than those crazy next level creations is when I go and I see someone's creation, they've got like 1 or 2 things published. And the 1 or 2 things they have published are, they're not big, they're not massive, but they're really nice. And they've added a little bit to the Dreamiverse. And that just makes me really happy. That legit just makes me like super happy. What the hell? Sorry, my brain is, oh, it's the button showing through the edge of my camera. That's what it is. Okay. But yeah, that makes me smile. Okay. So now that is all there, I think we need something to sort of tie this up. So you know what I'm thinking? And if you're wondering why I'm not using anyone's creations, it's because I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to take it out. And I don't want to use other people's stuff as part of my emotes because I don't know what the connotations of that is. Yeah, when someone uses an item in your song, yeah, it's awesome. That's the stuff the Dreamverse is made of, right? No, wait, more info there. That is the stuff the Dreamverse is made of. Right. And I mean, the best tip I can give you there, Socky, is make sure your stuff's got a good name, a description, and a tag. That's it. Doesn't have to be a long description, just a good title, short description, and some tag to help. And the categories are set. Too bad I have a bunch of sculpts that probably aren't worth it. Oh, you've done some rocks and stuff that were kind of cool, and I liked your growing pillar thing. I like that. Steve Big Guns, yeah. I don't know what Steve's working on these days, actually. Right. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, like a leaf or some backing to this. But, you know, now that I look at it, purely for the purposes of the emote, I think what I want to do is I want to grab this. And I want to grab... yeah, I want to grab this. Oh wait, surface snap is on. Of course it is. Turn that off. Turn always upright on. Oh no, not always upright. There we go. Okay. So, stamp that there. I have a reason for this. Oh. Okay. Now, if I backlight this, gadgets, light, so if I backlight this, and I'm going to have to color these lights, I think blue if I recall, for this trick to work. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Steve used my sound effect and was nearly as good as a beach hug. Awesome! That's really cool. Yeah, I love how positive John is. He is a man with a lot of positivity in him. Walking wholesome. And then I want to come in with the red here. Because then, okay, I think I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add that circle into I think I'm going to add that circle in to the sky tint intensity. Oh wait, no, black. I'm going to add that circle into the background using just Photoshop stuff. Horizon definition. Okay, cool. And then if we change this fleck up, it should affect the. Does it not affect? There you go. Lurk. Okay, cool. We need to get the okay, turn that to 0. Sky brightness. What is it we're looking for? Is sun brightness? Oh, turn off cast shadows on this. Yeah. I'll actually leave them on. And then grab a camera. Okay, I think what I need to sell this is I need to make this more to the side. Yeah, I need to make this more like that. And I need to make this more like that. Okay, I think that's... What do people think? Bear in mind it's going to be cut with a black circle around it, so there's going to be a cutout. And that's also going to cut the edge of this, but I think that'll scan. I love the aperture. Oh wait, we should turn on high temp. Lurk. Yeah, I think that works. What about a slight fog behind the tentacles? Tempting. I kind of like the subtle red and blue fog that we're getting at the moment. That's there by default. So I play that. And I go into photo mode. I take that photo. And I just push the share button as well. Actually, no, don't push the share button there. That's a stupid place to push it. Push it there. There we go. Okay, so now we just need to make some edits, and then we'll publish this. We'll publish this to the world. Okay, let's reset our last filters. Okay, we're only looking for elements. We're going to go most recent because we're going to just grab something from someone. And let's go through tags this time. Oh, I quite like the monochrome tag actually. What's in the monochrome tag? Chrome exhaust pipe. Ooh. Ooh. No, I think that's a bit too... Can we use that? Okay, what about if we... Let's not use the chrome exhaust pipe. Oh, I do like it. Let's grab, like, what's under the monochrome tag? It's the most recent stuff under the monochrome. Ooh, cassette tape holder. Oh wow, there's a whole thing now. Let's not grab that. See a pillar. Huh. Not really monochrome though. It's got grass. That's not really monochrome either. $403. Guitar tentacle. If it just tilts. Well, it's because I was looking at the grass and stuff, right? Because it's, I mean, this isn't really. I mean, it's not got any hues in it. I suppose your pillar is monochrome, isn't it? Because it's grey rock. Oh, it makes sense. No, what you said makes sense. You know what? I don't like that. I mean, I think they're gorgeous sculpt, by the way. I just don't think it's the right thing for what we're looking for. Metal bolts. Ooh, salamander. I think it's a bit too much of a hero piece. It'll take away from the tentacles. Just want something basic, to be honest. Let's go through the tags and let's pick something. Ooh, satire. What's under the satire? Because I was probably sleeping at that point. The pillar, I feel like... Oh no, I was looking at the pillar on my lunchtime. That's when I was looking at it. I haven't looked at it on stream, I have to admit. I was just flicking through the Dreamiverse on lunch. Old man hand. Universe, truck, train, thriller, tank, village. What do I feel like? Let's see what's most recent. Feedback's always welcome. I will take a peek at it again after this then. Yellow flower patch. You going to bed, love? Okay. I will be probably about an hour or so. Marble. Sir Reginald Wolfenton III. Oh God, love! Look at this. How adorable is that? It's a bit of a hero piece, so like it's probably not the best complimentary thing. We're looking for something that. Ooh, rocky waterfall. Ooh. We're gonna have to get rid of the light from it. But potentially there's going to be a light somewhere in here, and we're going to have to get rid of that. There we go. What's this gadget? Fog? Oh, eternally physical. Ah, right. Okay. Play. Let's see how that looks. Lurk. I feel like we should move this closer. Don't feel like we're fully really using this. You know, sod it. We'll use it, and we'll go in here. And what I'm going to do, it's a bit of a travesty, but I'm just going to grab one of these here. Oof. I don't think I've done a good thing, because I'm blocking off the other light, and oh no, that's just horrid. That's horrid, Claire. I like this though. Look. Just have that lovely scene blurred in the background. Oh, it just feels so... It feels so counter. Okay, I think what I'm going to do with that lovely scene is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab... Oh, no, because we... okay, there's a solution for this. There is a solution for this. You can go cut out. Well, actually... So what you do is you clone... Because if you clone it, it's much easier, right? Let's go hide everything else. And you can do the cutout method. The cutout method, but I was worried I was going to... the cutout method works really well, but I was worried that I was going to have a hard time... You know what? Actually, sod it. Let's do the cutout method and just see... Before I say to myself, oh man, you're going to have a hard time doing that. Let's just try it. Cut out. So you see the shape here is going to cut out. Come on. Why are you not? There we go. Cut out the bottom. To see with no background at small resolution. Yeah, we're not going to use not going to use that background for the actual emote. The screenshots we've already taken are going to go to Photoshop, and that's going to be the place I do the final tweak to get the emote. Oof. And you see, this is what I was worried about the cutout approach. Is I was worried I was going to clip like that. Of course, the other thing that you could do, which is just totally absurd and totally not the way you should do it, is you could use the curve tool. Because after all, it's just one big fucking curve, right? And you could just come in here and you could go la-di-da. Just make it a fatter curve there. And you grab that. Oh. Depth perception, Claire. Oh, Socky. Great minds, man. Great minds think alike. Great minds. Oh dear. But yes, you can, to answer your question. Because at the end of the day, it's just a CSG operation. Oh my word, that is hilarious. I find that so funny. I find that way more funny than I should. Stamp! Okay, so now that's a separate element. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to check what the camera's doing there. Lurk. Here we go. Edit just needs a small adjustment. Okay, play. Okay. You know what? As much as I love this background scene, I'm just going to get rid of it. I think, honestly, just that is the way to go. And we're going to just publish that. And it's going to just be the lurking tentacle. Oh wait, there we go. Keyboard's already done the work for me. And place them alongside the tentacle. Oh no, I'll leave that as a quest for the viewer. And we save and release that as public. Oh wait, go back. Tag. Add tags. There's a tentacle tag. I'll make it whimsical. And miscellaneous. This definitely goes in the miscellaneous category. Light. Tempted. Another time, Claire. Thank you so much for dropping by quietly. Much, much appreciated. Quick question, if you have a quick solution. Press X to turn on light. How would I press X to turn it off again? Oh, there's a very quick solution to that. Signal manipulation.